PCI DSS, also known as Payment Card Industry Data Security Standard, is the most comprehensive payment information compliance framework in the world. And to that end, PCI DSS is broken down into 6 goals, 12 requirements, and over 300 controls. And companies are expected to implement these controls based on one of the 4 levels they qualify as. And if you want to know more about PCI DSS levels, you can watch the video in the top right corner now. Before diving into PCI's requirements, we're going to take a quick look at PCI DSS 4.0 and understand its impact on the framework. There's 4 broad changes to consider. The first is a focus on security over compliance. PCI DSS 4.0 places a greater emphasis on security and aims to help organizations adopt security measures that are effective at protecting payment card data over just checking some compliance boxes. Number 2 is more specific requirements. PCI DSS 4.0 includes more specific requirements for security controls, such as multi-factor authentication, encryption, and network segmentation. Third is more focus on third-party security. PCI DSS 4.0 recognizes that most data breaches in the modern day are caused by vulnerability in third-party systems. And so in version 4.0, there's a greater emphasis on third-party security, including requirements for third-party service providers and supply chain security. And finally, new reporting requirements. The new version of PCI DSS includes changes to the attestation of compliance, also known as AOC, and the report of compliance, also known as ROC, with a focus on providing more detailed information to auditors and assessors. With all of this considered, let's take a look at the 12 requirements of PCI DSS as per version 4.0. 1. Install and maintain network security controls. As a business, you want to prevent unauthorized access to sensitive payment data, specifically that of cardholders. By mandating the use of firewalls to protect your network, you can ensure that only authorized traffic is allowed to enter and leave the network. Second, apply secure configurations to all system components. No more using default passwords and vendor settings. By changing out-of-the-box passwords and security settings for your software and hardware, you eliminate a major point of failure. So there's no more passwords that are password 123 in your organization. Protect stored account data. It's not just enough to build good walls, you want to ensure your house is safe too. PCI DSS enforces encryption to protect cardholder data at rest, limit the storage of cardholder data when necessary, and securely delete any unnecessary data. 4. Protect cardholder data with strong cryptography during transmissions over open and public networks. You've got to be safe and secure on the move too, and this requirement mandates the use of strong encryption protocols to protect cardholder data during transmission across public networks, like the internet. 5. Protect all systems and networks from malicious software. Ensure all your devices are using, amongst other things, an up-to-date antivirus software, so you can protect your business against malware, worms, viruses, keyloggers, and more. 6. Is develop and maintain secure systems and software. Core truly is the new iron core, and you want to make sure that it's well protected. Update all your software frequently and use secure coding practices. Implement secure system configurations and regularly conduct vulnerability assessments. 7. Is restricting access to system components and cardholder data on a need-to-know basis. As a business, you want to ensure that classified information is your eyes only. So restrict cardholder data to only those individuals who require it to perform their job functions. This includes implementing access controls, role-based access, and executing least privilege principles. 8. Identify and authenticate access to system components. Once you've mandated access controls, you want to make sure that everybody with access is monitored. So assign a unique identifier to each user with access. And so, if something goes wrong or there's any unauthorized access of data, you can take action immediately. 9. Restricting physical access to cardholder data. Even entirely on-cloud businesses have offices, and you want to keep that office just as secure as everything else in your organization. This requirement mandates that organizations restrict physical access to cardholder data by implementing physical security controls, such as access controls, surveillance cameras, and alarms. 10. Log and monitor all access to system components and cardholder data. Making sure everything is accounted for is as important in financial compliance as it is in security. Implementing logging and monitoring systems to track and record all access to network resources and cardholder data by monitoring system logs, analyzing security events, and setting up intrusion detection and prevention systems is key. 11. Test security of systems and networks regularly. You can't get better at something if you don't practice. Regularly test and assess your business security systems and processes to identify vulnerabilities and weaknesses. Some best practices typically are penetration testing, vulnerability scanning, and risk assessments. Finally, 12. Support information security with organizational policies and programs. Knowledge is power. Your systems are only as secure as the people working in it. Develop and maintain policies and procedures that address information security for all your personnel, such as training and awareness programs, incident response plans, and security policies and standards. As you can tell by now, enforcing PCI DSS compliance isn't easy. And with over 300 controls, doing PCI DSS manually is extremely expensive, both in terms of price and effort. In a pure dollar cost alone, PCI DSS to a medium to large organization could cost anywhere between $50,000 to $200,000, while a small to medium organization could incur between $5,000 to $20,000. And this price doesn't include invisible costs like human effort, product deprioritization, and missed deadlines due to engineering bandwidth. Customers that use Sprinto to get PCI DSS save up to 80% of their time and effort. And with continuous monitoring, they continue to stay compliant too. Learn how you can get PCI DSS compliant with compliance automation by visiting sprinto.com or clicking the link in the description below.